Book of Revelation, an in-depth exploration. The Book of Revelation, the final book of the Christian Bible, is a profound and complex text filled with apocalyptic imagery and symbolism. Attributed to John, traditionally identified as John the Apostle, this book is a prophetic vision of the end times, the final battle between good and evil, and the ultimate triumph of God. To delve into a 30-minute reading of Revelation, we will explore its major themes, symbols, and the implications of its apocalyptic visions. The authorship and context of Revelation. Written in the 1st century AD, likely around 95 AD, Revelation was composed during a time of significant persecution for early Christians. The author, referred to as John, was exiled on the island of Patmos, where he received these visions from God. The book is addressed to 7 churches in Asia Minor, providing them with encouragement, admonition, and hope amidst their struggles. The opening of the book. Revelation begins with John describing his divine commission to write the book. He sees a vision of the risen Christ, who instructs him to write to the 7 churches. These letters, found in chapters 2 and 3, address specific issues, commendations, and criticisms for each church, reflecting the spiritual state of various Christian communities. The heavenly visions. The narrative then shifts to a series of dramatic and symbolic visions that John experiences. He sees a throne in heaven with God sitting on it, surrounded by 24 elders and 4 living creatures. The imagery here is rich with symbolism. The throne signifies God's sovereignty. The elders may represent the redeemed church, and the creatures the perfection of God's creation. The scroll and the Lamb. John sees a scroll in God's right hand, sealed with 7 seals, which no one is worthy to open. However, a figure called the Lamb, who appears as though it had been slain, is able to open the scroll. This Lamb is widely interpreted as representing Jesus Christ, symbolizing his sacrificial death and resurrection. The 7 seals, trumpets, and bowls. The opening of the seals initiates a series of judgments and catastrophic events on earth. The first 4 seals release the 4 horsemen, representing conquest, war, famine, and death. The subsequent seals bring forth more judgments, culminating in cosmic disturbances. The sounding of 7 trumpets follows, each heralding further divine judgments, including natural disasters and plagues. The 7 bowls of God's wrath are then poured out, resulting in more calamities. These series of judgments symbolize the severity of divine wrath against sin and the ultimate purification of the world. The battle between good and evil. Central to Revelation is the cosmic battle between good and evil. John describes a dragon, identified as Satan, who wages war against God's people. There are also 2 beasts that arise, representing oppressive political powers and false religion. The narrative portrays the struggle of the faithful against these malevolent forces. The fall of Babylon. Revelation describes the fall of Babylon, a symbolic representation of a corrupt world system opposed to God. The vivid imagery of Babylon's destruction serves as a warning against complicity with worldly corruption and immorality. The second coming of Christ and the final judgment. A climactic moment in Revelation is the second coming of Christ, depicted as a rider on a white horse, who defeats the forces of evil in a decisive battle. This is followed by the final judgment, where the dead are raised and judged according to their deeds. The new heaven and new earth. The book concludes with a vision of a new heaven and a new earth, where God dwells with humanity. There is no more suffering, death, or sorrow. The New Jerusalem, a heavenly city, descends to earth, symbolizing the eternal fellowship between God and redeemed humanity. Interpretations and implications of Revelation. Revelation has been subject to various interpretations throughout Christian history. Some view its events as literal future occurrences, while others see them as symbolic representations of spiritual truths. Its vivid imagery has been used to interpret historical events, inspire art and literature, and shape eschatological beliefs. Contemporary relevance. Today, Revelation continues to fascinate and inspire, offering hope and warning. It challenges believers to remain faithful amidst trials, assures them of God's ultimate justice, and offers a vision of eternal glory for those who persevere in their faith. In conclusion, the book of Revelation stands as a complex tapestry of prophetic visions and spiritual insights. Its apocalyptic imagery, while often mysterious and daunting, conveys profound truths about God's sovereignty, the reality of spiritual warfare, the hope of redemption, and the promise of a new creation. It remains a vital part of Christian eschatology and a source of enduring fascination in theological and cultural discourse.